Good evening, chatters, and welcome to stream. We're probably gonna die, but like, it's cool. Like, everyone does eventually, right? Hey folks, took a day yesterday to just kind of relax. Think about this game a little less, take care of some errands, things like that. My driver's license has been expired for several months, and I have been delaying getting it renewed. So, you know, finally getting that done. And it's funny, because, you know, driver's license go up on your birthday, and my birthday's in April, you know, shocker. It's not even the DMV, Dragabond. I can do that shit over the internet. I straight up don't even need to go to the DMV. Also, thank you so much for the raid. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge that. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope you all were enjoying, was it Elden Ring? Because I like peeped over at who was live, like right around the time I went up, so hope that went well. Why the fuck? My computer's been weird lately. But yeah, no, so it's like, you know, your driver's license goes up around your birthday, and this is the second time my driver's license needed to be renewed. And funny enough, I checked the issuance date of my driver's license. It's like, oh, issued in, like, mid-September. So, you know, cycles, Lamau, playing a new character since I beat it in the DLC a while ago. Okay, just regular Elden Ring. Nice. One day, I'll play Shadow of the Erdtree, and by one day, I mean probably never. And that's fine. I don't have that much of a motivation to. I play FromSoft games. I never play FromSoft DLCs. And that's not like out of some principal objection to the concept of DLCs to good fighting games. I just never have the motivation to. I don't know why. I did like half of the Bloodborne DLC, but I got fed up fighting Maria. I was not good at it. I think I lacked the patience. Anywho, speaking of patience, is Pokemon Run-and-Run time, baby. Which is exciting and a little spooky, because, so, there are a series of trainers we could do, if we wanted to. We are technically at level for them. If we beat them all, we can go on to get our encounter in Rusturf Tunnel. There are 2 trainers we have to beat in sequence to get a rare candy. Like, we can't leave, after we beat the first one, we can't leave the route without also beating the second one. And the second one is a double battle that is very dubious feeling. And we have to go through them either way, I believe, in order to get to, the, whatchamacallit, the Rusturf Tunnel for our encounter up there. I don't think it's probably very safe for us to do that, especially because we can do it after Roxanne. Also, we never went inside the Devoncourt building, so I'm going to run around and talk to people and see if we get any items for coming here that can hopefully help save us against Roxanne, because we are really lacking in tools. Hi, Pio. Welcome to stream. So, we're just kind of hoping and praying. Okay, cool. I'm like, please don't give me a tutorial on the Pokenav. Mr. John Devon is on this floor. Anyways, I can tell you how great flame for what you've done. By the way, that parcel you got back first, you saved my job there. Could you wait just here for a second? Cool. That being said, though, we do have one encounter that I was considering putting off that I think we're just going to have to rip now. We need to hope for a Clam Pearl. Scott, word about you. You saved our stuff not once but twice. I have nothing but gratitude. Do you have any items for me, Mr. Devoncourt, sir? Well, that doesn't do anything, now does it? Oh. Well, I'm sorry, this reward isn't all I thought it was. It's keeping up with the trends, but I have something else for you. Well, quick balls are nice, but... Okay. Well, shoot. That's fine. Quick balls are nice. It means that we at least have an easier time catching whatever it is we're about to go encounter. How many did we get? Hi, Leica. We haven't gone to the encounter yet, so you arrived just in time. So we are going to go fishing. We are hoping to get a Clam Pearl. Clam Pearl can be evolved into Gorobus with a Sunstone or Huntail with a Moonstone. We get 1 free Moonstone for coming here, which we're either going to use on Miss May or potentially on a Clam Pearl to turn it into a Huntail, who's apparently a pretty good tool for fighting Roxanne. Should probably also save. I don't think there are any encounters I could bump into on accident, but you know, you can never be too cautious. We don't happen to have like a heart scale on the beach around here, do we? No. Okay. So, encounters on this route. Let's see, we're right after Rustboro. I believe this is Route 115. So, Clam Pearl at 40%, Krabby at 10%, Corefish at 10%, Shelter we already have, Clauncher at 10%, Quillfish at 5%, Basculin at 5%. Any version of Basculin can evolve into Basculegion in this, but there is a difference. Specifically, there's like, I think Blue Stripe Basculin is a 1% here. I didn't actually, like, think about my Pokemon ahead of time. Quillfish. That's not good, actually. Oh, our biggest threat is our rock or our ground type. Intimidate. Wait, hold on. Intimidate's kind of huge, though. Intimidate gives us options. Let's throw our dive ball. Oh, on the ocean floor. I don't know if that counts for fishing. We'll use a quick ball. I'm sorry, like, I know you wanted... Oh, shit. Well, let's see if dive ball works. It did. Why am I even fucking here? To support me, your friend April, who's having a hard time right now because this is a difficult video game. Quillfish uses the pressure of water it swallows to shoot toxic quills at all at once from over its body and finds swimming to be somewhat challenging. Alright. That's true. There's other Clam Pearl. Exactly. Like, there's gonna be so many opportunities to get Clam Pearl, I'm sure. Like... Okay, so actually this is the only route you can find Clam Pearl on, but there are 3 routes where you can find Huntail. So it is possible to get Huntail. This is a good Mama D. You're probably not wrong. I'm gonna see if anyone's got anything like that. Hey, Skitty, welcome to stream. Run and bun responses. I don't believe we have... Can we get Overquill? We can. This isn't a Hisuian Quillfish, though. But I do think Hisuian Quillfish is technically a different Pokemon for Species Clause. Dark Poison Survivor. You know what? I think it's our Water Poison type. This has to be the return of Jom 13, right? Yeah, no, I consider variant forms to be different species if they branch from a different starting Evo. So I consider like Hisuian Lilligant and Alolan Executor to be like part of Execute dupe. If you get a regular Executor, you dupe out Alolan Executor and Hisuian Lilligant. But I think Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Ninetales are distinct. Or sorry, Alolan Vulpix is distinct from Cantonian Vulpix. Still though, a very interesting tool. I'm not necessarily upset about Quillfish, especially with Intimidate. I just don't know how good it is for this fight. Our biggest issue, how many badges are we on, boss? We are on badge number 2. Calm nature. Okay, makes it tankier. Perfect defense IV, really good special attack and HP. I imagine Quillfish is a physical attacker, right? Yeah, it is. So, not great. Ooh, you also get Venom Drench. Poison Sting, Pin Missile. Okay. Venoshock is special attack. Okay, so let's see what you get. Control F. Quillfish, that's Hisuian. Get Poison Fang, Bite, Revenge, Smokescreen. Okay. And it does have 2 options for its abilities. It's either Intimidate or Poison Point, so we did get lucky in getting Intimidate. Question is, what moves do we want to keep? It gets Toxic at 42. Could have gotten my boy. I'm sorry, like, if it's worth anything, we're probably going to wipe to Roxanne. And then we have another set of opportunities to get Clamperl in, like, 3 streams. Though I am going through this faster and faster each time. May badly poison a foe, so let's take a look at what... Do I detect a critter? Nope. Because I think Poison Fang, it's a chance to Toxic specifically, right? 50% chance to badly poison the target is really nice. That's just, we take it over Poison Sting, duh. Wants to learn Bubble Beam. Oh, I'm on Overquill. Okay, never mind. Its only ability is Intimidate. Oh my god. Pain Split, Spike, Steel Roller, Flail, Reversal, Bubble, Poison Sting, Pin Missile, Venom Drench. This thing gets a crazy number of, like, heart scalable moves. Pain Split's super interesting. Regardless, Bubble Beam is nice. We want Bubble Beam. Mordwin on Carnivine is so funny, fucking funny, April, holy shit. I have no context. It was just the name that seemed, or it was like the submission that seemed the most appropriate. So now the question is, do we get rid of Venom Drench or Venoshock? Because we can never plan for Venom Drench until we hit level 33 and get Toxic. But I like the idea of holding on to it. It seems like a really interesting move. Mordwin as an OC's special attack was to fly up like 60 feet and then dive bomb the enemy with the spear to deal fall damage to both herself and the enemy on top of the attack damage. I see, Dragoon tactics. Because, like, at the end of the day, Quillfish isn't a special attacker. Because, like, it's... Yeah. Attack of 95, special attack of 55. And Carnivine in lore literally just drops on top of you and kills you. Well, you know, life imitates art. But yeah, no, I think we stick to... Obviously, we want Bubble Beam just for the coverage, but I like Pin Missile for coverage. I think... But Pin Missile's inconsistent. Or we could just make this thing like the toxic bot, right? Venom Drench, Venoshock. No. Because the thing is, Quillfish is bulky. Well, actually, it's not really that bulky. We got a bulky one, but like it just has good resistances. Okay, no, it's got an 85 in defense. I'm gonna get rid of Venoshock for the coverage. Wants to learn Revenge. An attack that gains power if injured by a foe. I'll delete Pin Missile for that. It doesn't learn Toxic Spikes in this, but it does learn Toxic at 33. Revenge is interesting, though. We can do pre-damage strats with Revenge, honestly, which is kind of funny. Are we going to make it? Not sure, Kessel. We're going to figure it out. We're going to find out. Wants to learn Waterfall. Ooh. Okay, you've got good coverage. Oh, we can't do pre-damage. Oh, that's right. Revenge is if you're slow, not if you're damaged. Oh well. I mean, still though, knowing that we're slower than things, like we can literally always plan for revenge. Hashtag always plan for revenge. But yeah, no, good defensive typing plus Intimidate and solid bulk. This thing swaps into everything really well. It's a shame that it's got a bad special defense IV and a attack reducing nature, but... You water poison or poison water? Water poison. Okay, I think Quillfish could maybe do some interesting stuff for us, going into this next fight. Well, not this next fight, but going into Roxanne. It's not gonna help us. It might help us with Zygarde. I'm not sure if it'll help us with Zygarde, but it gives us more pivot options. Now that we have an Intimidate Mon and a Tangled Hair Mon, we kind of have a scuffed version of Herdier plus Gossifleur. Hi, Concrete. Welcome to stream. So let me get the export. And Quillfish has water as its hidden power. Bad. Ooh, wait a second. Actually, Intimidate Revenge might mean that we could use Quillfish to fight Roxanne's Bisharp. It doesn't have a priority move, which is sad, but... Wait, it's got 51 speed. It outspeeds. Hold on, doesn't it? Because it's got like 48? Holy fuck, wait, okay. Hold on now. Yeah, no, this thing 2-hit KOs Roxanne's Bisharp. Like, easy style. What do you mean, Tangled Hair? We got a Mud Spray. We failed our third Togedemaru coin flip in a row, but in exchange, we got Argenti the Mud Spray with Tangling Hair. Oh, Tangled Hair gets really scared. No, Tangling Hair. It is an ability that, on contact, drops the opponent's speed. No, it's not tangling your hair like it has hair that tangles you up. Okay, I know. Quillfish, Quillfish might be the thing we need. Something, when the world needed him most, he vanished, for Jom 13. But now we've got new Jom 13. Okay, so we are going to attempt to do... Hold on, Jom How well do you stand up against that fucking Masquerain? Not that great. Okay. We'll worry about them later. But yeah, so you can do Roxanne's gym literally as soon as you arrive. Open. Okay, yeah. Equip Sar with Oranberry. Bring Pokemon that have Aqua Jet in case something goes horribly wrong. Why are you in, dragging myself out of the anxiety hole as hard as I can. Why is she in the anxiety hole? A wedding. We've kind of had some stuff going on. Potentially some people won't be able to make it who are kind of key parts of the wedding party. So we're trying to figure it out. Oranberry. Orin. I mean, your invite's still on the table, Laika. Like, by all means. If you are able to make it work, we would love to have you. Obviously, leave Lorenz at home. Bring Lombre as a just in case. Oh, yeah, we want Sybil because of Aqua Jet. Hey, did you ever end up finding a Skitty? Skitty? You bet your ass we did. She served us well. She was an intended sacrifice during Brawly Fight. Delcatty gets scaled off really hard after the first badge, but she carried us through the early game. She was a very crucial part of our team. Hi, Rat, my beloved sacrifice. Look, I love May's fucking... I was so glad May made the fucking Can Love Truly Bloom even on a battlefield meme. The cutest goddamn elephant you've ever seen in your motherfucking life. And then Elatea, we had to lose either you or Lorenz, and Lorenz has more long-term potential, and I am sorry about that, Queen. We will probably see you again in another run. In another bun. Okay. So for this fight, ideally, Sarina completely solos it. It's like not even a question. Just need to make sure. Yeah. It could potentially get a little spooky, but that's unlikely. The main issue is the first Pokemon using Breaking Swipe. But it's pretty heavily disincentivized from doing so, I think even at -1 attack. Yeah, no, it still does bare minimum more damage with Aerial Ace than it can do with Breaking Swipe. I don't know if it sees it as like a setup move, though. Okay. So I'm assuming this first trainer here is Youngster Josh. And if it's not, I reserve the right to reload the game. Youngster Josh is a simple man. He likes dinosaurs. He opens with the Tyrant. Tyrant has Sturdy, Lumberry, Rock Slide, Breaking Swipe, Stomping Tantrum, Aerial Ace. It's likely to go for Aerial Ace. That's fine. We go for Trop Kick, so that way it does less damage. It also does bare minimum 50% of its HP. 50 to 60. Well, goddammit. Okay. That's awkward. Okay, thankfully that doesn't actually... Okay, no, we're fine. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to calculate for... Okay, we're barely fine. So our issue is if it uses Trop Kick again. Or a Breaking Swipe again. We're using Rapid Spin to get our speed up by 1. Okay, Rock Slide. We're fine. Now, the reason we used Rapid Spin, even though that we could KO, was so we could increase our speed by 1 stage. That's because of the Pokemon he sends in second. Which should be Adamant, Choice Scarf, Rock Slide, Archon. Which has a speed of 66. However, with that Rapid Spin, we have a speed of 72. And even at -1, Trop Kick does 50.7% of its HP. We will always knock it into defeatist range. Good. And it gets the attack drop. That attack would have done 40% of our HP if we hadn't gotten it down low like that. And now we just go in for the KO. And lastly is Moldbreaker Lumberry Craniados, who notably, there is only a single roll where Trop Kick doesn't kill because of the stat drop. And Ice Fang would need to crit in order to kill us. Freeze would be bad, but like we can deal with that. So we're going to go for Trop Kick. Well, can I like guarantee safety here? We outspeed. Waterfall 1-hit KOs. Okay, yeah. To play this safe, we are going to swap to Jom. The only issue here is if Ice Fang freezes. Thankfully, we have 3 other Pokemon we can swap to in case Jom gets frozen. Also Intimidate. Okay, and we should 1-hit KO with Waterfall. Good job. Okay. Next up we have youngster Tommy. With a slightly spookier team. So we need to go grab Modwin. I forget what we named our Octillery. Hold on, let's just... Okay. So we need you. We want you, like, here. Need you. That'll do. So we need Carnivine, Octillery, Sarina, Lombre as a backup in case something goes wrong. Jom's here because Jom. We love Jom. Jom only just got here and he's already become a critical part of the team. Okay, so I believe this should be youngster Tommy. Yeah, I moved my I'm like, did I move my Pokemon around? I actually don't think I checked their held items. I might... Hold on. I didn't equip Vifane. Ooh. I'm gonna try to be honest about it. It should be fine. that's frustrating. It should be fine. I should be honest. It'll be fine. I did fuck up, though. I forgot to re-equip her, Miracle Seed. Okay. Open Karn, use Leaf Tornado. Sudowoodo has Rockhead, Lumberry, and just a lot of high damaging recoil moves. And also Rock Slide. But we outspeed. Leaf Tornado 2. Okay. Next, they are sending in Carkol. Carkol is going to go for Incinerate. Because of course it is. We're going to send in Castarius. Because of course we are. We are speed tied, but it doesn't matter. We 1-2 hit KO with Octazooka. I didn't notice Steam Engine. That just maxes out its speed. Doesn't matter. Yeah, speed drastically rose. That's it. It gets off one more attack. We aren't planning on using Castarius for the rest of this fight, so that's tolerable. Okay, now I believe next should be Lileep. I believe Lileep sees KO with Giga Drain. So we are going to go to Pokemon. We are going to swap to Vifane. So what was a guaranteed 2-hit KO before is now a 2-3 hit KO. Which is a little scary, but not that scary. We go for Drop Kick. Its highest power move is Ancient Power. It does also have Recover. As long as it doesn't get a defense boost, we're fine. Okay, good. It's got leftovers. We should be able to outdamage it pretty easy. Yeah, because even at +1 speed, this thing is slower than us. Okay, gets the Omni boost. But we still outspeed, so we can get to it before it can use Recover. Nice. A little spooky, but not that bad. Out comes Corsola. Corsola has Regenerator, Rindo Berry. Its highest damaging move is Ancient Power at 19 to 23%. So even if it crits, we live. It also has Calm Mind and Scald. But we outspeed, so I think we're pretty much safe to just 2-hit KO it with Drop Kick. It gets Rindo Berry. It definitely lives this because we don't have Miracle Seed. It has a chance to 1-hit KO, otherwise, but we'd love to see like Calm Mind. All right. Covered for me being a little stupid. Next up, we have Hiker Mark, which has a pretty scary fight that I think we have perfectly consistent. Serena, Stomp, Shoulder, Razor Shell, Octillery, Octazooka, Mud Spray, Stomping Tantrum. Okay. This next guy has a fun little collection of early game rock types in their second evolution. 2 different kinds of Graveler, a Lairon, and a Boldore. So first things first, Sarina. I don't even think we like plan to use you for this fight. Get your fucking Miracle Seed back, babe. That was my fault. Where is it? Okay. Oh, no, you are planning to be in this fight. Okay. Sarina. We want Shelder. We want Octillery. We want Mudsdale. Or Mudspray. I think I want Jom over Rose for this. Just the speed and, like, incredibly high damage potential. Okay, make sure everyone is equipped with a fucking Oran Berry this time. Miracle Seed, Oran, 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 Oran. So, okay, I gotta go yell Siren Veil at my college work and I need to do that now. That's fine, Rose. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck with your project. And maybe see you later. Who knows? Okay. You're choosing homework over us. Yes, you're making the incredibly smart choice to choose your homework over a silly live streamer you can see basically anytime. Thankfully, I do promise I'll still be here when the homework's done, even if it's not necessarily tonight. Prinplup and... Where's my boy? There's my boy. Get him in there. Okay. So there is a slight branch to this first phase of the fight, depending on how it goes. We are up against a sturdy weakness policy Graveler with Bulldoze, Rock Tomb, and Stealth Rock. Obviously with Trop Kick, we could one-hit KO this thing 7 times over, but it has sturdy and weakness policy. We don't want to proc that. So turn 1, we are going to go for Stomp. Easiest scenario here is Graveler flinches turn 1. Flinched, cool. Because it did not use Stealth Rock, we do not need to Rapid Spin, so we can now just go for the KO with Trop Kick. Now, I believe next we should see Lairon. So, Lairon has Iron Tail, Rock Slide, Stomping Tantrum, and Revenge. It has a Custat Berry and Sturdy. Custat Berry says if you damage it down to the last quarter of its HP, sorry, not Revenge, a Reversal. But if you damage it down to the last quarter of its HP, it eats the berry and gets +1 priority next turn. So what we are going to do is, obviously, again, it's a sturdy Pokemon, so we don't want to get cheesed by knocking it into its Custap range, and then it gets us with a massive reversal. We're going to go to Pokemon. We are going to... It's most likely to use it's guaranteed to use Iron Tail here. Iron Tail does at most 32% to Terramin because it is only a water type, and it cannot crit. So we are going to Shift. Okay, it should now see that Rock Slide is its highest damaging move, though it only does 28 damage, and again, cannot crit. Actually, we Speed Tie it. Okay, I actually didn't consider the fact that we might get cheesed by Speed Tie. I think we have some ways to get around it, worst case scenario. So we are going to go for Razor Shell. We win the Speed Tie, so it doesn't even matter. Because of our berry, it is going to see that Rock Slide is still the most powerful move it can use against us. It's the only thing that has a chance to KO. It's actually guaranteed to KO. We are going to then swap to Octillery, who tanks a Rock Slide and outspeeds Lairon by 1. Octazooka would, of course, one-hit KO this thing easy style. It does a minimum 128, but again, it has Sturdy. So we do that. We incorporated Terramin into that just as a way to be able to break Sturdy. I'm gonna go eat, have a good stream. Thanks for hanging out, Dragobond, and thanks again for the raid. Hopefully see you later, and if not, have a good night. So next should be a Lowland Graveler. In comes a Lowland Graveler. It has 29 speed, we have 31 speed. Its ability is Rockhead. It could kill us with Wild Charge, but we outspeed it by 2 and one-hit KO with Octazooka. It has a Shuka Berry, which reduces damage from Ground-type moves, not water. And then lastly comes in Boldore. Boldore sees its highest damaging option is Rock Slide. I'm trying to remember why. Yeah, okay. Its highest damaging move is Rock Slide. It is a lot slower than Argenti, thankfully. So we are going to swap to Argenti. It has Solid Rock leftovers, so it can be one-hit KO'd. Okay, so the most damage it can do, it is now always going to go for Stomping Tantrum. A crit Stomping Tantrum does 34 damage. And we are going to use our own Stomping Tantrum, which we should potentially be able to 2-hit KO with. It has leftovers, so it's not guaranteed. Goes for Sandstorm. That's actually really good for us, because we're ground type, so we don't take damage from it. And Stomping Tantrum is a physical move, and I believe Sandstorm boosts special defense, so... that would be the last trainer between us and Roxanne. Did we really not? Oh yeah, we did one-hit KO it with Octazooka. Crazy. And it had a chance to potentially crit kill Octillery. Given there were only 2 rolls that didn't kill it, but this seemed like the safer option. It's just that Shrimple. Okay, though. We're still having a hard time. We're still having... There are people who are having a good time. That's not me. So the main issue with Roxanne is that she has the legendary Ground Dog. She has 10% form Zygarde, and that Zygarde knows 1,000 arrows. And the issue is that 1,000 arrows is a ground-type move that can hit Pokemon that are flying or have Levitate. So it pretty much always wants to go for it because it's stab, its highest damage. Like, there are very few of its other moves that will do more damage to a lead. Which means we kind of have no good way to switch into this thing. Because, like... yeah, 1,000 arrows insta-kills Quillfish. At -1, it doesn't, but... then we have to worry about other things. It's what? Lunatone, Solrock. Yeah, so the problem is that, like, Roxanne just has a lot of really good hitters. Like, a lot of really good hitters. And we just kind of don't have a good way. We have a possible way to deal with Zygarde 10%. Theoretically, Sarina can consistently kill it if she never gets crit. But obviously, that requires living in magical Christmas land, where we sadly do not live. Like, this fight also potentially relies on us evolving Nidoran into Nidoqueen, and teaching it Rock Blast. Because, like, we don't have any fancy schmancy TMs, do we? We do have Seismic Toss. Because what? Current level cap is 25. Nothing dies in 2 Seismic Tosses. It's kind of a cruel joke that they give you Seismic Toss right around the time it stops being usable. Defog, Magical Leaf, Swagger, Rock Blast. Yeah. Okay. So, going to hit a save, and then we are going to hit the lab and probably wipe. I have most of a line cooked, but I kind of gave up on it because it started to get really complicated and bad. Hold on now. Gotta get my cooking music. Get out of here, hour-long analysis of the Judy Hopps Nick Wilde abortion comic. Get out of here. Hit shuffle, hit next. Okay. So it's kind of rough. What we've currently got cooked up requires opening with Mudsdale. Mudsdale is able to pretty consistently take out Bisharp. I don't think there's any risk, actually, even if Mudsdale gets crit. Bisharp, all of its moves make contact, which drops its speed. If we turn 1 Bulldoze, turn 2 Double Kick, we only ever take 1 hit from Bisharp. It's got Defiant, Focus Sash. Defiant doesn't matter because even if we're lowering its stats and it's getting a boost to its attack, it goes down before it actually has a chance to use those heightened stats. She is then guaranteed to send in Zygarde 10%. And as you can see, 1,000 Arrows does a minimum 50% damage to fucking everything. Except for, like, Carnivine. But Carnivine just lacks the raw kill power to swap into it and do anything. Like, its best moves against it are Special Attack, and this thing's highest damage against Carnivine is Skitter Smack, a move that drops your Special Attack. Obviously, Pancham can't. Fletchinger, it doesn't matter that it's a flying type. 1,000 Arrows hits things out of the sky. Obviously, Litleo gets 1 shot. Lorenz gets 4. When I say 4 shot, I mean it gets killed 4 times over. Lombre can take 1,000 Arrows well enough, but then it gets nuked by Skitter Smack, so it doesn't even get Mega Drain heals. KO's Tortuga really easy. Obviously, Electrike can't do anything. And Nidoqueen can't even safely swap into it, nor can she do all that much damage in return. Even if Shoulder can't get crit, 1,000 Arrows 2-shots it. Octillery gets 2-shot by it. Prinplup gets 2-shot by it. Quillfish gets 1-shot by it. The only thing we have that can swap into Zygarde and potentially fight back is Sarina. Sarina can take 1,000 Arrows really well. She is slower than Zygarde. Skitter Smack lowers your special attack, but it is a physical move, which means it gets debuffed by Trop Kick. What do you mean Quillfish gets 1-shot? Okay, correction. Quillfish gets 2-shot. Like, even at -1 attack. The only reason we would use Quillfish here is as a pivot to make it less likely to kill Sarina. Because it would still go for 1,000 arrows, yeah. But the problem is that we're having the same issue with this fight that we had with Brawly, of you kind of can't bring a pure Sackmon to this fight, because all 6 of her team members are absolute beasts. You need something that can get like 2 KOs, or you need everything that can trade 1-to-1. And that's really tough. So theoretically, we open with either Mud Spray, or we actually don't open with Quillfish, because Defiant, I didn't even think about that. So Intimidate wouldn't be good against Bisharp. So the question is, to cleanly swap to something, because like, if we could get Octillery in, Octillery one-shots Zygarde easy style, with Aurora Beam. It'll still take a lot of damage before it can do that, but it could still take it down. Sarina could theoretically two-shot it. Unfortunately, Zygarde is faster. And you might be looking at these numbers and going, hold on, April, this thing kills you easy style. Swap into 1,000 arrows, take like 18 damage before I can get an attack off. It does a Skitter Smack for 32, and then before I can get my last one in, it does another Skitter Smack for 32. You maybe live with Oran Berry. However, the problem is what gets swapped in next. So what we would want to do is send in Sarina, turn 1, Trop Kick, because of course, that drops its attack stat, which makes it so that Skitter Smack does an amount of damage we can survive and don't need an Oran Berry for. And then, after that, it still outspeeds us. We would go for Rapid Spin. It's not for damage, it's for the +1 to our speed, which then lets us outspeed Zygarde by a single point and then secure KO with Trop Kick the turn after. It's the same number of hits we have to take from Zygarde in exchange for getting an extra +1. We don't even risk an extra crit along the way. However, this does leave Sarina with functionally 5 hit points. The reason that we set Sarina up like this is so that way it baits in Caracosta second. Theoretically, Lunatone would come in, sorry, not second, third. Lunatone would come in third, and, like, God, I wish Lunatone came in third. We could theoretically one-shot Lunatone with Sarina. So this Lunatone is our problem. It's really difficult to kill. It has good defenses, a speed-boosting nature, so it outspeeds everything. It has weakness policy stored power. You see stored power right now does 9 to 12%. If I activate weakness policy, well, suddenly it now does 87 to 105%. Absolutely insane move. And all of its attacks here are, of course, physical, or special, sorry. Of course, Quillfish speed ties them. Though I will say, Quillfish does potentially give us an answer to Soul Rock. If we're lucky. And I really don't like chancing things on an if we're lucky. Especially because Psycho Cut's a high crit rate move. But anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. With Sarina getting the speed boost, that baits in Caracosta next, because Caracosta can live Sarina's attacks and has, like, any of its moves can KO her. Because, yeah, it shows that Trop Kick could theoretically one-shot Aurorus, and it's next in line before Lunatone Soul Rock. So in comes Caracosta. We would then swap to Lombre. Hold on. Lombre fights Caracosta really well. We hope that it goes for a move that isn't Zen Headbutt to try to KO Sarina, just because that's the move that does the most damage to Lombre. Lombre outspeeds Caracosta. It heals off basically all the damage it takes with Mega Drain. It has a Rindo Berry, so all it takes is 2 Mega Drains to guarantee kill this thing. Super easy. Doing that, it then swaps to Aurorus. Now, the original plan to deal with Aurorus was to evolve Nidoqueen, because Aurorus would go for Discharge. Wait. What was the plan here? Okay, yeah, no. It would go for Refrigiate boosted Body Slam, which would likely... It wouldn't KO Lombre, but it would likely do a lot of damage. We would then swap to Octillery, who could take it really well. It would then go for Discharge, which Nidoqueen obviously takes 0 damage from. Nidoqueen can then 2-hit KO with Double Kick. Potentially Rock Blast can potentially 1-hit KO if we wanted to get fancy with it, but Nidoqueen outspeeds anyways, so it does matter. Because in order for Rock Blast to KO, it would be a range off of 5 hits. Like, it would need to max roll 5 times or get 1 crit along the way. So basically guaranteed to not happen. Now, that being said, Octillery potentially gives us a better... Or not Octillery, Qwilfish potentially gives us a better pivot for this. Because it takes that Body Slam better than Octillery does. And gives it a -1. We could also not do any of that shit. Lombre is slower than Aurorus. We would be risking Rose, but we could try to get in a Mega Drain first. Because we predict Lombre will be at around 48 HP after KOing Caracosta. Just based on the numbers of it'll have to take... I think I calced it with taking an Ancient Power and a Zen Headbutt, so middle of the road. So theoretically, yeah, because Aurorus outspeeds, what's minimum damage on Body Slam is 40, maximum is 48. It's theoretically possible to leave Lombre in to get off a Mega Drain, at which point pivot to Nidoqueen is theoretically safer, but this would leave Nidoqueen with more HP if this thing had -1 attack. Actually, we could get kind of funny with it. Because it would always see Discharge as the highest damage move. Oh, never mind. Earth Power. Fucking Earth Power. If it wasn't for Earth Power... Because it's also not guaranteed that Earth Power does less damage than Discharge. Because I'm like, if we could do a funny little switch around to get some Intimidate stacks going. Because, like, theoretically, we bring a flying type that can always tank Earth Power, swap back into Qwilfish, which always procs. Huh. And then Waterfall could almost take it out itself. I think the problem is just that these do so much damage, and Discharge has a chance to paralyze. At the very least, Qwilfish becomes a better link in the chain than Octillery, which potentially saves Octillery HP for fighting Solrock or Lunatone. Because how much would you take from -1 Body Slam? Not a lot. Obviously, oh, it'd actually become Earth Power at that point. Which is not that much weaker than Body Slam. Oh, wait, but if we do this, then it baits Earth Power instead of Discharge most times, which means we don't have a safe swap into Nidoqueen. Do you see why this fight's frustrating? We could also, theoretically, swap into Qwilfish. We could plan sack Qwilfish. Like, we outspeed Aurorus, we send in Qwilfish, you know? Just, if only Lunatone didn't outspeed. Because Rapid Spin doesn't do enough. Because, like, we send in Qwilfish, who gets hit by Body Slam. We go for Waterfall or Revenge. We'd go for Revenge because it does more damage. We would not get to HP low. I mean, it's technically actually not a guaranteed KO. Is it? 11 plus 66. 11 plus 66 is 77 damage. Realistically, it's not it's not max rolling twice. We would give Quillfish a Cherry Berry instead of an Oran Berry, since, you know. I hate to catch Quillfish and then immediately plan sack it, but Quillfish might be able to carry us through this. Because it has a chance to KO Aurorus on its own. All it needs to do is live 1 Earth Power. Which, like, if it doesn't max roll, it does 64 damage. Okay, so we would need it to not get the top 4 rolls on Earth Power. And not max roll Body Slam. No, it could max roll Body Slam then. Because what max roll Body Slam is 11 plus Earth Power 62. Yeah, it would just be if it doesn't roll 64 or 66 damage on Earth Power. We could 2-hit KO it. And then they would presumably go into Lunatone. God, why do you have to outspeed Sarina by just like an ounce? That's so frustrating. Because, like, with a speed tie, there's a chance Quillfish hits first. It's like we just need to set you up for something else to secure the KO. But in a way that doesn't proc weakness policy. Theoretically, like, Bubble Beam plus Aqua Jet does like 44 plus 26. Because, like, we can proc weakness policy as long as we have a priority move or are just incredibly fast. But we aren't incredibly fast. And that's the problem. I think this thing literally outspeeds everything we have. Because, like, Revenge isn't considered super effective. Poison Fang could theoretically Toxic, which would be interesting. Because, like, Lombre could probably survive a hit, but then, obviously, it can't secure KO with Mega Drain. And it's like, Octillery almost has it, and could definitely live a hit, but then it doesn't have the priority to be able to secure the KO. It is truly just the fact that these demons have so much speed. Obviously, Ancient Power kills Fletchinger. Nidoqueen almost outspeeds, but not quite. Rock Slide, Psycho Cut, Stomping Tantrum, Morning Sun. Yeah, Leaf Tornado, 2-hit KO, Soul Rock. Soul Rock's nice and simple. It just has Levitate and a Lumberry and some solid physical attacking moves. It's like, if it wasn't a speed tie, if I could guarantee that I could get off a Revenge or a Waterfall, it also doesn't help that this thing has fucking Hypnosis, which means, like, could theoretically be really good, because if it doesn't see a secured KO, it goes for Hypnosis, could potentially miss. If we give something a Chesto Berry, it always lives that one hit. Because, like, what are the odds Assume Quillfish loses speed tie. Lunatone's still at full HP. We send an Octillery. We would need to get off 2 Aurora Beams. Turn 1 goes for Hypnosis. Hits. Makes us fall asleep. Second turn, as long as it doesn't go for Hypnosis twice, we can live 2 Ancient Powers. And of course, if it gets the Ancient Power Omni Boost, we're fucked, but I just really don't want to have to lose Quillfish. We just got him, and he's so good. He's got a bad nature, which sucks, because if it had a good nature, it could, like, secure this kill easy. Like, what could you do with Adamant? Yeah, 78 to 96, we could knock it with Weakness Policy and then send in something that has a priority move. But it lets Octillery live. I think we reshape the line in a way where we leave it to the fish. Could also roll Discharge. It could see Discharge being the higher damage move. Either way, we would want Cherry Berry on it. And if it goes for Discharge, we always live. Unless crit, of course, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So swap to QWIL. Waterfall doesn't have a chance to flinch, does it? Waterfall has a 20% chance to flinch. Okay, yeah, so we use, we do hit KO with Waterfall. If we get a flinch, that makes this a lot better for us. They send in Lunatone next because it's actually not guaranteed they send in Lunatone next. It's a question of if Quillfish is in kill range for Ancient Power, right? Because if it's not, then they send in Soul Rock, which is its own thing. Its own can of banana worms. Because it's like, it's just like physically bulky enough to where we can't guarantee something like a Bubble Beam Aqua Jet. Because, what? Assuming we flinch. If we get the flinch, then it always goes Soul Rock. If we don't get the flinch, it always goes Lunatone. So I suppose we should prepare for a branch in the timeline. Timeline branch. Based on Solar or Luna. It feels kind of appropriate that the thing that's tormenting me about this fight is a metaphysical manifestation of the sun and a metaphysical manifestation of the moon. They haunt me. They follow me everywhere I go. Okay, but I think they both have Levitate. Nothing I could do with Nidoqueen against them, which I suppose is kind of a relief in its own way. So, equip QWIL with Cherry Berry and Octillery with Chesterberry. Funny, I had already planned for that. Swap to Luna. Hope to win, speed, tie. Let's have that be the first note. Use. I want to go for Revenge or Poison Fang. Because Revenge does more damage. Oh, hey Dot, welcome to stream. We are currently calculating Roxanne. which is fun. Okay, 16 plus 15 is what, 31? 15 is 31 plus 56 is 87. That's exact lethal on Lunatone, assuming 3 min rolls. So we don't chance revenge, or we don't chance Poison Fangs. We go for revenge. Use revenge. As sack. If Will wins speed tie, use a beam once. If loses, use twice. KO with Octazuka. Swap to Solar. Okay, so that gets Octillery in there. They send in Soul Rock. I mean, it's so difficult to figure out what our HP would be at against Lunatone, right? Against Soul Rock, I hate to say that the strat once again becomes improvised, but... it's like, if Octillery can get off a single Octazuka... I hate to say we might have to sack Octillery too, but we might have to sack Octillery too. We can bring in Prinplup to secure KOs with Aqua Jet. Well, Tortuga secures KOs with Aqua Jet better. And then it has Brine, which is weaker, but... just a few more sacks and then we scale. It makes me sad to say that, like, it's a few more sacks and then we scale, but it is kind of a few more sacks and then we scale. I don't even know how much we scale after this is the annoying thing. Pancham, I think, doesn't evolve until, like, 35. Same for Salandit. Like... Salandit evolves... oh, no. Evolves at 30. And... Pancham evolves at 32. Has it been dangling today? It's been rough. We're calcing for Roxanne. We're probably gonna have to have 2 planned sacrifices for this fight, which is sad. Because what does it see as its highest damage move? Psycho Cut, because of course. I don't have any dark types to get a clean switch on that. Yeah, we could theoretically, like, switch to fucking Carnivine. But then it gets outsped, and I think I would rather risk Psycho Cut crits than Rock Slide flinches. Because, like, theoretically against Soul Rock, assuming Lunatone goes for at least 1 Hypnosis, which I think it's basically guaranteed to do, Octillery should be able to get off an Octazuka against Soul Rock. At which point, okay, I don't think Octillery needs to die. I think Octillery, at that point, we swap to Tortuga, secure KO with Aqua Jet. Because Octazuka minimum does 68, Aqua Jet does minimum 24. 68 plus 24. Comes out to 92, which beats 87. So yeah, fuck it. Swap to Soul Rock. Use Octazuka. Swap to Turt. KO with a Jet. Alright, that's our incredibly scuffed plan. It's basically the same way around if we end up getting Soul Rock in instead of Lunatone. I think it's just if we get Lunatone in last, we improvise. I do have to keep in mind, though, if we get the 2-hit KO, Quillfish is at full HP, which means it's not a guaranteed loss to Lunatone, which is funny. And then we don't need to... Yeah, no, I think... It's going to be interesting. It's going to be silly. I'm expecting to wipe. But if we don't... If we manage to beat this fight with minimal casualties, I will be really impressed. We've got some interesting little, like, backseat options. Okay, Mudbray can't really secure KO against Soul Rock, but, like, it can dream of securing KO against Soul Rock. So let's get our little guys. So... Step 1, Argenti, front slot of the team. We actually need to remove its Oran Berry. We'll worry about that later. Second in command, Sarina. Third is Lombre. Fourth is Quillfish, then Octillery, then Tortuga. So we want to make sure that Mudspray is not holding an item. This is just because Bisharp has knockoff, and it'll probably go for knockoff, which does more damage than Grass Knot. Theoretically, it has a chance to go for Iron Head, which could be a little spooky, but that's a pretty low chance. It would need to max roll Iron Head and min roll Grass Knot. So actually, maybe we keep the Oran Berry just to guarantee knockoff does what it does. I'm now realizing we also don't have a way to guarantee... Huh. Alright, whatever. I can't figure out how to properly, like, fully manipulate every aspect of this. Yeah, Argenti has no item. Vafane has her Miracle Seed. Equip Quill with Cherry Berry. Equip Octillery with Chesto Berry. And then everyone else gets Orans. Yeah. And we also can't even give Argenti, like, Soft Sand, because there's a chance that we get fucking knocked off. Okay. This is a pretty meh plan. I think it's interesting. I think it's kind of fun. I hope that it goes well. There is theoretically a version of this fight where we make it out with 0 deaths, I think. It's incredibly unlikely, but it is theoretically possible. I believe in this fight. Also, switch over from Calc. Oh, shit. Thank you, Leica. Okay. First up is Bisharp. It has Defiant Focus Sash. It is faster than us by a good bit. Defiant boosts its attack stat every time it has a stat lower. That doesn't matter. It's only ever going to hit us once. We are going to go for Bulldoze. It should see highest damage is Grass Knot here. Grass Knot makes contact. Tangling Hair drops its speed. Defiant raises its attack, which is scary. We are now a little... I think we're not speed tied. I think it's like 1 point of speed faster than us. And now it's slower than us. Double Kick theoretically had a chance to one-hit KO Bisharp, but there's no reason to risk it, because it always hits us first. Get him, Argenti! Let's go, baby girl! Okay, next we should see Zygarde 10%. I don't think there's a world where it sees... Yeah, it never goes for Extreme Speed. There's theoretically a chance it goes for Dragon Claw. If it goes for Dragon Claw, this entire plan is fucked. We are going to swap to Vafane. I would love to see it use Extreme Speed for no good reason, but it won't. It's going to go for 1,000 Arrows. It should. Okay, good. 1,000 Arrows does the least damage of all of its moves. We took 16 damage. That was a mineral. Nice. We are now going to turn 1, go for Trop Kick. It outspeeds us, hits us with Skitter Smack. Does 28 to 34 damage without crit. And our special attack drops, that doesn't matter. We took 30, which is a mid-roll. Now, you might be thinking, well, April, why don't you go to secure the kill right now? Zygarde is about to die. The thing is, it can't use Extreme Speed because of Queenly Majesty. We don't outspeed it, so we're always going to have to take another Skitter Smack. For that reason, we are first going to use Rapid Spin. No crit. Okay. This brings Sarina to 72 speed. Zygarde has 71. Oh, we KO'd. Cool. I hadn't even considered that an option. But yeah, I suppose actually that wasn't super unlikely. That doesn't affect the plan at all. We want to be faster, though, because it baits in Caracosta next instead of Lunatone. Caracosta sees kill with anything. Best case scenario here, it uses Razor Shell and doesn't get the defense drop. Worst case scenario here, it goes for Zen Headbutt. Either way, we swap to Rose. No defense drop Razor Shell. Okay. We outspeed it. This sounds so silly. Yeah, no, this is still ideal. We are going to go for Mega Drain. No, we don't need to worry about Fake Out for free damage. We're faster than it, and we have, or it's holding a Rindo Berry, so Mega Drain's not going to do half of its health. It will secure kill second turn. And we actually, the reason we don't want fake free damage is because the more like damage we do with Mega Drain, the more we heal. I know, right? It seems so counterintuitive. Yeah, exactly. More Mega Drain. You're with me. You're with me. Okay, it's probably going to go for Zen Headbutt. I'm always with you, my liege. Thank you, Micah. Ugh. Crit's unfortunate, but it doesn't really change that much. We only plan to use Lombre for this part of the fight. And now we outspeed, secure kill with Mega Drain, and get a bunch of healing. Goes for Aqua Jet because it sees we outspeed and kill. Is that half HP? So this will probably heal us for like 19. I think that was exactly 19, or 21. I wasn't sure what our number was before that. Either way, 54 HP is more than I was expecting to be here, but also we did this calc assuming we did get crit. So we don't have our Oran Berry. Out next comes Aurorus. Aurorus doesn't actually see KO with anything, but it does still see that Body Slam is its highest damage move. we're going to do the thing where we swap to Jom. Jom gets Intimidate. Makes Body Slam weaker. We don't want to see Para. That's fine, though, because the move it should be baited to use after this is Earth Power, not Discharge. Okay, we outspeed, we go for Waterfall, we hope for Flinch. Earth Power, okay. Jom is definitely dying this fight. Hold on by a fucking inch. Body Slam, Power Gem, Discharge, Earth Power. It does not have a prio move. Next in is Lunatone. Alright, we want to win the speed tie and use Revenge. Jom 13 is starting to have a narrative, I'm noticing, right? Unfortunately, there's no way we're getting Jom out of this. We don't want to use Waterfall because Waterfall will proc Weakness Policy, which means that it basically one-shots everything with stored power because it's so fast. So we just want to use Revenge to try to do some chip damage to help get it into range of KO for Octazooka. Outspeeds us, damn. That's not a guaranteed L, it just makes this less safe. Okay. We get the free switch into Casterius. Casterius is going to use 2 Aurora Beams. Which, if I'm correct, Aurora Beam does more damage than Revenge. 15 compared to 16. Good. Just making sure we don't have a chance of getting screwed over by ranges. And seeing Lunatone take an attack drop would be neat. Doesn't change anything. Also, obviously, if Ancient Power gets the Omni Boost, we're fucked. We'd honestly love to see it go for Hypnosis. Oh no. Okay. Plan's fucked. I think we lose. It doesn't change anything, that crit, because it outspeeds us. It outspeeds everything. I mean, there's like a chance that Lombre gets it. Lombre swaps in, goes for Fake Out. Bubble Beam has a chance. It's not a big chance, but it is undeniably a chance. Because, like, Sybil, how much damage do you take from everything? A lot. It's a little over half HP. If we sent in Sybil... I think Rock Slide Aqua Jet kills. And then I think if we lose Sybil, Rose should be able to take out Solrock. So we go for Rock Slide. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we need a turn 1 wake up, which means we're fucked. Goes for Ancient Power, which a 2-hit KOs with. Oh. We would need to see a... There are 5 rolls here that we live. We saw none of them. We're doomed. Ah, well. God, that's such a shame. That fight went really well up until then. Fake Out for damage. Theoretically, okay, the fight is saved if we get a crit Mega Drain. Because the problem is we literally don't have any moves that won't proc Weakness Policy. Or I could just go for Hypnosis. And of course it lands all of its Hypnosises, except for the one thing we wanted it to use Hypnosis against. Frustrating. Oh, it got the Omni Boost. Oh, we woke up. It doesn't matter, we're doomed. Yeah, Rip Run. "'Twas an honor, Vafane." I'm okay with it. I liked a lot of the mons we had, but we really lacked the kind of power we needed to get through this chunk of the game. Like, frickin' Electrike doesn't evolve until level 26, so we would have needed to use a rare candy. We don't get a water stone before this, except for maybe, like, if we're lucky as a held item. Pancham doesn't evolve, Fletchinger doesn't evolve, Litleo doesn't evolve, Tortuga doesn't evolve, Mudspray doesn't evolve. Just all of these things really compounded. Maybe if we had, like, Seadra, we probably would have had a really solid, bulky, fast, heavy hitter, but unfortunately, I made a long-term investment in Lorenz in hoping that we would get some more short-term power in the next couple of things, but we never got Togedemaru. And sometimes that's just how these things be. So yeah. I don't know if I can chop up the VOD properly. I'm not going to do the thing where I end stream and start a fresh one. I'm just going to update the stream information. Attempt number 5. Hello once again, Truck-kun. Still though, it means we get to do the most fun part of Run and Bun again. The 6-pack. Alright. I wonder, can I LR start select? No, I cannot. And this time, I'm going to remember to create our, like, save state directly in front of Professor Birch. Is Truck our big sister or little sister? She's One-san, right? Absolutely. Laika! Laika! Gross. Dogs are gross. Would I be able to get your help, my love, with encounters? Okay. Just reset the main one. I'm giving up on the, like, keeping track of everything because it doesn't work with the new system we're setting up. Okay, got that. Go here. Fingers crossed we get Gossifleur again. I would love to have Perry back. I do think we're officially at the point, though, where I'm probably going to restart if we get a really bad 6-pack. Like, with all due respect, friends, it's just like, if we get a bunch of bad dud encounters, like, I don't want to do the run all the way up to Brawley again. I will, like, assess where we're at with encounter luck once we hit, like, our 7th catch, our bug. Save over that. Okay. So first, file, save state. We have made the blank save state. I believe in my baby. I want to see what Piplup can do. It makes the start of the game kind of difficult, but, like, I believe in it. Welcome back, my son. Okay. Time to look at our bird. Mild. Boost special attack. 29 special attack boosting nature with perfect speed and perfect defenses. That's, bad HP is sad. Not a bad bird, though. I will definitely take it. Having nerfed defenses makes it a little worse for Brawly, I think. But there's only so much we can do about that. We need to register repellent. Okay. I do wish that they thought to, like, give you frickin' whatchamacallit, running shoes, like, right after you leave Birch's lab. Or, like, at the start of the game immediately. Oh shit, I didn't level up. Chat, we're doing fucking Nuzlocke doesn't start until you get Pokeballs. We're doing Nuzlocke doesn't start until you get Pokeballs. I got sent back to my house? But yeah, just for fuck's sake, like, that's a rule people do. Fuck it, we just forgot. Okay. Try that again. I can reload back to the bag if you really want me to, but most people I think agree Nuzlocke doesn't start until you get Pokeballs. Even if you realistically should never lose that fight. Okay. There we go. Okay, into the lab. Okay. Little Root Town encounter, go. Oh wait, hold on. Let's just get running shoes. Okay. Surskit is nice because it's good for Brawly. It gives us a thing to basically always use our first rare candy on, but I did like having a really good Lotad. I also now know that there is potentially a reason to delay evolving Lotad. Hello, Surskit. Okay. Who was Surskit the first time around? Hold on, Leica, you said that Masquerain has Felice energy, right? Because I know that no one has a secured Masquerain, so do we want to make that, little Surskit here? I think I'm gonna do Felice. Masquerain does have Felice, but I don't want to make that secured, so to speak. Okay, that's fair. In that case, let me look at the thingamajig. Bug. So there's Rakshmi again. I don't think we've ever seen Nayara. Because I think this was Marps the first time around. We haven't done Muldair, which I don't think that's how that's pronounced. I think Marps is so good for this, though. Yeah, we'll do Marps. I love Marps for Surskit. It's such a dopey name for a dopey little guy. Okay, what do you got, little friend? Sassy, I don't know what Sassy does. Boosts defense. Speed nerfing nature is bad. 28 speed is good, though. Unfortunately, I don't think it outspeeds Brawly's Cub Fu, though, which is frustrating. If this thing didn't have a speed nerfing nature, it'd be really good for Brawly. Because, like, great special attack and a really high speed IV. Alright, once again, I want to see Zigzagoon. Or honestly, Baniri. Lopunny's really good in this. We were bound to get a Bunnelby eventually. Alright, what's your name, bud? I assume there's no diggers, yeah. You know what? Bunnelby, you shall be new rat. If you think about it, Bunny is close to rat. And also, Concrete, out of respect for the goat. Is Bunnelby insanely boosted? I don't know. I've never gotten it before. Cheek Pouch is insanely boosted. I don't know if it keeps that as Diggersby. Hold on, let me see. Also, I just gotta delete all of my notes. Like, Bunnelby. Cheek pouch. Yeah, wow, it always gets cheek pouch. Okay, that's really nice. Cheek pouch makes it so whenever you eat a berry, you restore 30% of your max HP with a perfect HP IV and a really good defense. Really good HP and defense with defense boosting nature. Quite happy about that. I don't know when it evolves, but... Quick attack. Double slap. Okay. Yay, rat is a kind of bunny, or maybe the other way around. My dialogue when you talk to me is an NPC. Because, like, rat is the only ground-type Blorbo submitted to the thing. Sizzlipede. Interesting. It gives us a dupe for the Weedle route. Okay. What do we got for... let's look up by fire. There is... I don't even know how to spell that. Hi, Orion. Which Pokemon? Funny. Let's go with... how do I pronounce that? Zephinia. Oh man, Pokeballs, actually. I'm getting a little cavalier here. Okay, we've got 20. We're fine. Come on, Gossifleur! Execute. Oop. Be smart about this, April. I think we've got a bad case of all the 6 packs to ever exist. This sure is one of them. Execute. Wait. That's right. It is Neve, who is our only designated grass psychic type. We're definitely meeting our real sister, Little Fat. Or,
good job remembering how to say Neve.
Trust me, it took a lot of conscious effort. Thank you. Okay. Bug bite. Stun spore. I would rather poison powder over stun spore. Let's take a look at these two. Flame body. I don't know. Is it flame body or white smoke? Sizzlipede gets flame body or white smoke. Yeah, that's a bad Sizzlipede then. You really want white smoke on this thing. Speed boosting nature is nice. Pretty decent IVs. Special attack boosting on Neve is good. Chlorophyll. I think it always gets chlorophyll, or no, it's chlorophyll or harvest. Yeah. It's like, I get kind of okay IVs, but most of these guys are kind of duds. Flushes postmodernly. I swear to God, you people. Okay. What do we got? Another Fletchling. Fletchling is quite good. Welcome back, Scalpel. C-A-L-P-E-L. I believe that's how we spelled it. I can fix it later if I need to. Keen eye. I think that it always has keen eye. Oh, yeah, no, that's not good. That's a bad scalpel. I'm content to just call it now. Welcome back, little sister. Chat, do we have any issues with hitting the truck? There's so many fights between here and a chance at Beedrill. I think we might just want to call it. I can make you, here, I can make you do it for me, like, after we get a set we're good with. Does that sound okay?
What? No, I don't mind.
Okay.
It's also, like, now that I know the shortcut for doing the boxes and then the boxes,
Cool.
I'm just being dramatic.
Yeah. We're gonna hit load state on this. Just making sure we get the... Oop, also, I now need to up the attempt counter. Yeah, no, I need to figure out... I doubt it's that hard. Okay. Still though, chat, now we get to enjoy the fun part of just hitting the fucking slot machine over and over again. I might also wait to nickname our six-pack until after we see Timid. 2 special attack is sad, but Timid 31 speed, perfect defense is Piplup. Is that how this normally goes? You know what they say, gambling is good for you and always fun. For the purpose of slot machining, do we want to, instead of spending time nicknaming until... Yeah, so we'll worry about... Because we could just go to the Pokemon Center to change nicknames. So we'll do that in between, or like after we see our... Oop. Obviously doesn't count because we don't have Pokeballs. Did I not... There we go. Oop. Okay, talk to this guy. Get his pole. But yeah, for Requiem, the thing is, generally you want to just kind of take your encounters, but in a game like Run and Bun, sometimes you just get a lot of duds. I forgot to do the fucking thing. If you knew it, why didn't you say anything?
Because I didn't look up to confirm, but I felt it.
Killa. Come on, buddy. Okay. But yeah, no, in a game like Run and Bun, sometimes you'll see people and it'll say like attempt 400 something, and it's not actually attempt 400. It is like attempt 80 or attempt 60, but sometimes you just have to re-roll your early game encounters a couple of times to like until you get something usable. Yeah, it's pull 400. It is pretty standard for like super difficult things like this. Generally, I wanted to wait until like after attempt number 10 to do that, but I've like have kind of like I don't want to waste a bunch of time doing like a stream and a half with a box that I know can like get us to Aqua back to back, but then immediately die to Brawly. Okay. Gotcha, never really looked into difficult Pokemon hacks myself. Yeah, no, I know, it probably feels wrong, but, like, it is a thing people do. Okay. It's
like restarting your Isaac run when you get in the room, find your item room, and it's fucking soy milk or something.
Except, imagine if an Isaac run was 300 hours. You know, and deeply dependent on getting, True. Okay, that being said, if we get Surskit, we are just naming it Marps. Takes like 2 seconds. At first it feels wrong, but it's also literally the only way to not spend 17 years wasting your life. Exactly. And again, it's fun to spin the slot wheel. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I don't enjoy getting to spin the slot wheel. Quirky nature, which is neutral. It's okay. I do think it would need a heart scale in order to outspeed Kubfu, which is unfortunate. Let's not check how good our mons are until we have our 6-pack. Okay, sure. For the culture, I have the repellent on. Galarian Zigzagoon! Okay. Obstagoon is very good from what I understand. No issues with this. Again, we'll worry about nicknaming it later. You have a nickname for him? We'll worry about it later, Leica. Okay, I told myself I was going to wait. That being said, I am still going to Endless Candy, just in case we have to swap. Rock Smash, Snarl. Yeah, Jesus, Rock Smash, Snarl, or Baby Doll Eyes? Like, yeah, lowers target special attack, lowers target's defense, lowers attack. This thing's kind of crazy. We do a quick little heal. I would love to see Growlithe. I didn't realize I reactivated the repellent. I didn't realize you could get Fletchling here. That's interesting. That opens up our next route encounter to be something, like, more interesting. I'll resubmit if it's a dupe. Just delete it. Okay. Definitely no complaints about Fletchling. Talonflame is one of the best early game mons. And I think it's great into the late game, too. Sorry, I know I was supposed to wait, but we know Scalpel. I'm only leveling up Scalpel because it's very safe to swap into during our grass encounter. And I am once again saying, come on, Gossifleur. We've definitely got enough gas encounters for this to be a run that, like, goes on. Bound Sweet. I'm not going to complain about Bound Sweet if we get Queenly Majesty again. Sarina was really cool. Fuck, what did we literally just have our Sarina as? Vifane? Because Vifane is, someone did answer Sarina, so, like, Bound Sweet is just always Vifane. Like, we'll go through the trouble of nicknaming the ones that we know have, like, set-in-stone nicknames already, just because, like, it saves time. And lastly, on Route 102, we actually kind of have some options. I've never really looked at what the fishing encounters here are. I don't think they're, like, anything to write home about. Route 101, Oldale Town, Route 102.
103?
Yeah, Surskit, Psyduck, Remoraid, Carvana. Carvana's interesting, but we want to chance, like, Starly'd be great, Rookidee would be great, 1% Ralts would be funny. We're healed up, right? Yeah, we're healed up. Fish encounters compared to the value of the average grass encounter is just never worth it. Not on this route, I mean. Carvana is, like, pretty dang good. No, it wasn't. It's just really low encounter. All right, Starly. I'll take Starly. Especially, I think, is Staravia guaranteed Intimidate? Uh-oh. Okay, thank God. We will worry about nicknaming you in a second. All right. This can be our Felice this run if we don't get Beedrill. You just want the boosted birds. Okay. So. Clear body, timid Piplup with perfect defenses and speed. A quirky Masquerain. We already checked Masquerain. Gluttony is the ability for... Let me look. Zigzagoon, Galarian. It only gets Gluttony. Okay. But then when it becomes Obstagoon, it becomes Reckless or Guts. Evolves at 20, so we'll have Linoon for Brawly. Lower special attack. I'm perfectly fine with a defense boosting nature. And 31 attack IV. Not bad. Speed boosting, special attack dropping. Shame that its attack stat's kind of bad, but like hyper fast Fletchinger is super nice. Mild nature. Sweet Veil, that's unfortunate. This isn't Queenly Majesty. It's like still all right, but it makes this much more of a dud. Why do you have a fucking perfect... Okay. Yeah, this is kind of meh. Attack boosted Starly with Keen Eye is kind of mid, but it's interesting. Starly. This is definitely... Okay, so it only ever gets Keen Eye. Staravia does get Intimidate. Okay. Getting Intimidate on Staravia is really good. We can do some funny stuff with that for Brawly. So this is definitely a keepable 6-pack. Sadly, Vifane is a pretty big miss this time around. But like, well, you can only get so many wins. I'm not going to say we're basically guaranteed to kill Brawly, but we definitely have some good heat to fight Brawly with so far. Because, like, what's Marps' speed? Marps has a 12 in speed, so it would need a scale in order to outspeed Cubfu.
6-pack.
Thank you for 6-pack track. Okay, and I need to reset. Back to first trainer. Scripting. Get our little guys. And out of curiosity, what are hidden powers? Piplup has electric. Surskit gets fighting. Zigzagoon gets water. Fletchling gets poison. Starly gets rock. Steenie gets fighting. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So how powerful are you guys? Ooh, Starly's very powerful. Yeah, no, thankfully we got an Intimmon, which is, the Intimmon makes a lot of early game fights a lot nicer. Especially on something that has, potential resistances like Starly, being able to switch, well, but it's not completely neutral with fighting. I mean, it's not resists fighting, it's neutral. Which is still nice, just not perfect. Quick attack. Out comes Little Pup. Cool. Out comes Rookity. Wing attack can't kill us. Aerial Ace can kill it. Went for Swagger. Switch to the Plup. Pluck it, because why not? Next in line. Oh yeah, you can kill that thing real easy. Thank you. Put another ground type in the form. Yeah, honestly, thank you for your service, Concrete. It's okay. Rat will eventually get his requiem. His ratquiem. I do think it's funny though that every first run is a dud. Like, or every odd number run is a dud. Like, we wiped to the hiker or the jogger for attempt 1. We lost too much to the jogger on attempt 3, and we re-rolled attempt 5 because it was just bad. I just think that's funny. Okay, yeah. Grubbin has Spark, but we won't hit KO with Aerial Ace. Every odd number run is a dud because it means when we run and bun it, we get even. Hell yeah! Has Sturdy, so we'll do Quick Attack. Pretty sure this one hit kills. It does. Yeah, no, I don't know how good Staraptor is in this, but like Staraptor is pretty traditionally just a great all-around Pokemon. So I'm hoping that it will continue to be great in this. Starly can take care of Skidoo. Alright, grab these. Ooh, bad Oran Roll. That's like our first really bad Oran Roll. Okay, Pecha Berries. 11 hours till Silkskong. Till Skilkskong. Oh boy. 11 hours until Silksong. How long do you think you're going to be in the Silksong mines, Laika? Silkskong. 2-hit KO with Aerial Ace. Yeah. How much can Headbutt do on a crit? Only 15. Out comes Psyduck. Baby girl, you won't fucking see me for days. I understand. Well, it was nice being your friend until now. But, you know, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. Okay. Yeah, no, I really do feel like we're finally hitting the point in this run, though, where people are properly understanding that Run and Bun is an investment. That it's not, that, like, it is a series that's gonna go on for a minute. I would assume what I'm probably gonna end up doing with it is I think once we reach around session 15 or so, when a normal series would end, we might start introducing the 1 day on, 1 day off schedule, so that way we get a little more variety. Even if I want to grind away at this game like crazy, I know that that's not a good idea. Ooh, honestly, the other nice thing about Zigzagoon, honestly, is just that it's an early route dark type, which I'm now realizing this game does not have a lot of dark types. It's bad for this specific fight we're going into, but like, I can swap into psychic moves, which is not a thing a lot of Pokemon can do. Should also move all you guys up to here. Do you have Pluck? No. Oh, but it has Berry Juice. Breaking Industries set to shut down for planned Silksong blackout as workers worldwide play new game. Look, it's like Japan with Dragon Quest. Yeah, we can just get it with Soul. Should be fine. You just have to not worry too much about the Metronome Girl, is one of the first things you learn. Go for Bubble. We got confused. We do not fuck with that. But we got rid of her Berry Juice. We can 2-hit KO with Aerial Ace. Cool. Hello, Spinda. You're going to go for Fake Out, I see. Who takes that well? Funny enough, Soul. Yeah, Steenie takes it well enough. I'll just go for Razor Leaf. We love to see a crit. From us specifically. Flame Wheel. Okay, we're fine. Again, there's just not really that much you can do to prepare for that. Sometimes it just happens, you know? Spin to use Roar of Time, spin to use Spatial Rent. That did happen last time. Or no, it used Mist Ball in Roar of Time. Dialga's just off somewhere like, what? The fuck was that? Bro. Yeah, I know. Come on, you catch that gender, baby. I'm going to bed to wake up, to be strong for Skulling tomorrow. Good night, good luck. I'm genuinely going to see, like, a noticeable drop in my viewership for a couple of days during, like, Skongmageddon. Which is fine. We're at the point in the game where we're just kind of getting caught back up again. Okay, yeah, Soul can be in the front. Alright. We're hoping for Weedle. 10% chance. 10% chance for Weedle. Sizzlipede again. Come on. My guy. I'm running out of balls. I have 5 balls left. Oh no. Do I have anyone that can cause sleep? Bubble. Oh, I really don't. Well, this is awkward. I legit can't suffer the loss of not getting this encounter. Jesus Christ, fuck you, Sizzlipede. Okay. We'll name you in a sec, bud. I don't know, at first I was interested. I'm starting to think this box doesn't inspire me that much. Like, we've got some okay guys, but we're just really lacking, like, a real hitter. And we got Flame Body again. With an attack decreasing nature on a physical attacker with bad speed. Yeah, and Sizzlepede's getting boxed again. That being said, though, I need to run to the restroom, so I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, no, like, to respond to your message, this box isn't bad, it's just not any particular good. I think that's a pretty fair way of putting it. Like, the way I see it is we might wipe to... Like, if we lose Pokemon to the Aqua Grunt, like, it's a dead run, which is, like, fine. I don't mind. We're in the early game, I'm fine just kind of looping encounters until we get something decent. But obviously we're still going to try. So, we do need to buy more Pokeballs, though. Jesus Christ. Which is a shame, because I do want to see what it's like to run Zigzagoon, but I think getting Fletchinger and Starly is kind of eh. Yeah, no, it has solid fundamentals. It's just really lacking X Factor. So do we only get one Premier Ball? Getting Fletch and Starly and... Or sorry, getting Fletch, Starly, and Sizz is just meh. Yeah, exactly. It's like, Fletchinger is really good. I don't know that much about Starly, but I imagine it's pretty alright. It gets Intimidate eventually, so it has to be good. I need to, like... Hold on a second. Can I, like, spin you away from me just now to make it... Oop. That actually helps. There we go. I'm a bit less aggressively lit. Okay, yeah, we only got one Premier Ball for that, so we do have to buy in batches of 10. Okay. But who fights Krabby the best? Looks like Steenie. But yeah, no, like, we're just gonna kind of play these next couple fights by ear. It's kind of hard to plan them anyways. So, Steenie is in first slot. That's the only thing that matters here. Also, oh dear. Dropped my controller. Okay, just checking. I have a call at 9:30 tonight, so I might end stream a little early just to make sure I'm, like, able to get on that. Okay, so Shell Armor, Oran Berry. We should 3-hit KO with Razor Leaf. Speed falling is sad, but, like, as long as we don't get Turbo Flinched, we did not get Turbo Flinched. I assume next is Yanmega? Or Yanma? We have 24 HP. Does it see kill with Acrobatics? There's a single roll in Acrobatics that kills. Rapid Spin does some damage, but we should be smart. Plus we have a lot of flying types, so. Ooh yeah, actually Starly can solo it. That's so fucking funny. It went for Acrobatics, so it didn't proc Orin. That genuinely might fuck us. That's so funny. Because it saw that it could kill with Acrobatics, it went for that instead of Sonic Boom, which meant we took exactly 1 HP. Fuck me. Okay. Scalpel. Quick Attack does minimum 20%. 24 plus 7. It's what, 31? Yeah, I just need to literally not min-roll both moves. Cool. Out comes Clobbopus. Rock Smash, Bind, Detect. I think it sees kill with... It actually doesn't see kill with Bind, but it's going to prioritize it. We're fine, though. We swap into Soul and KO with Pluck. Okay. Well, at least we didn't wipe to triathlete Mikey like a fucking dumbass. Magikarp guy. Magikarp guy, you kind of scare me. You're faster than me, but we have baby doll eyes. A rock smash. We low-key lack an answer for Magikarp guy, which is really funny. Yeah, straight up, are we able to beat the Aqua Grunt? I'm not sure. Here, let's get our Oran berries back up. I suppose theoretically, quick attack, aerial ace, quick attack. You risk taking 2 bounces, but... And then we just have Steenie fight the second one. Yeah, I think that works. Scalpel takes them way better. At least we have like a glut of priority moves. I hate to say, I'm starting to think maybe I want to try a monkey run. I know that like, I hear all the starters are really viable, but I'm beginning to think it's like Piplup isn't good in the early game. And I probably need that extra help getting out of the early game. I don't know. Anywho, it's faster than us, so we do quick attack. And then it does bounce. Hey, oh shit, we dodged. And then we quick attack. And then we aerial ace. This dude knows Hydro Pump, and he's gonna use it. So we swap into Vifane. And we Razor Leaf. And we Razor Leaf. And we grab the Heart Scale. And we run back to heal. And we just kind of bullshit it against Minccino Trainer. Because gay marriage is legal now in Pokemon. So, like, I kind of don't have any answers to Femboy Minccino. Okay, it looks like Scalpel at least outspeed, so that's nice. It's just like, why does it have to have Cute Charm and Oranberry? And Thunderwave. This thing's fucking awful. Okay, 74 Oranberries is nice. 10 Chesto. 30 Cherry. I think that is a min roll on Cherry Berries. I think we give them to basically everyone. Hey, Curses! We wiped. I assume you just got here. We wiped. Yeah, honestly, just gonna give everyone a Cherry Berry. Yeah, now odds are, this run probably isn't gonna be able to get off the ground either. We're just kind of lacking... Like, we have some okay encounters, but no real, like, shooting stars. It is highly likely that our next stream might just end up being hitting the slot machine until we get a good 6-pack to get through the early game with. Which is a shame, because this is a jolly Fletchinger, or a Fletchling, and a timid Piplup. But, like, we just don't have the sauce. Okay. Minccino, Scalpel, we outspeed. Aerial Ace can 3-hit KO, but it has an Oranberry, so... why did it have to go for Attract first? Okay, it's going to go for Thunderwave next. You don't outspeed. That's so frustrating. Phanpy doesn't have Thunderwave, right? It doesn't. So... we're going to swap to Soul. Once that bullshit says April sauceless. Look, I'm deeply lacking the sauce right now. Okay, it's now probably going to go for another Thunder Wave. So we now swap back to Scalpel. There we go. Aerial Ace. We got attracted again, which is annoying. Scalpel, please don't trip over your Cloaca. God damn it, Scalpel. Okay, cool. Jigglypuff threatens big damage with Round. It might still try to go for Attract because we aren't attracted. So we should at least try to get in an Aerial Ace before we swap. Okay, probably going to go for KO with Round. Might even go for Draining Kiss. Thankfully, it's not particularly fast. Jesus Christ, why do you do so much damage to Starly? The fuck did Starly do to you? Okay, Marp swaps pretty okay into this. Draining Kiss. Never mind. Marps gets crit. Bubble Beam. Thunder Wave. We live a hit, assuming we don't get crit. Nice. Pretty sure Soul can take pretty much whatever it throws out. Oh, Starly actually... Okay, even if Starly takes a lot of damage, it outspeeds, so it can get KO with Aerial Ace. So now what you didn't realize is that A-Ace doesn't stand for Aerial Ace, it stands literally for A-Ace, A-Asexual. Starly simply isn't here for all that romance bullshit. I do not generally feel at risk of tripping over my own nostril. What does that mean? How does one trip over an internal... Oh, trip over its own cloaca. Look, we're using evocative language. Okay, it's got Stomp and Attract. Doesn't see KO with Stomp, so it genuinely might go for Attract. It's fine, we swapped to Vafane to be safe. Okay. We're attracted. Stomp does at most 11 damage. 16 on crit. It's fine, we can just swap to the Penguin. Go, my goat. Bubble. Okay. Can we actually even beat the fucking Aqua Grunt? I genuinely do not know. I legit don't think we have anything capable of fighting off its Carvana. Okay, like... Well... Yeah, the problem is that it gets outsped. Oh, but I suppose actually Rapid Spin plus a Razor Leaf should do it. We run the risk of what? Getting like super poisoned? Not really. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Give a Pecha Berry to Vafane. Or actually, we probably give her an Orin. I think that's more useful in the long run, even if he does get Poison Fanged. Okay. So go to our guys. Vafane. I think you're the only one we need to worry about having a berry. Or specifically like a non-Orin berry. Orin. There is a range where this doesn't kill, but I think it's pretty unlikely. But also, like, it's fine if we lose. We just reroll. Cherry. Cherry. Like, I'm genuinely tempted to, once we get to, Dewford, we don't even, like, delay the encounter to try to get Togedemaru. We just let it rip and hope that we get the 10%. We'll see based on, like, what our encounters are in town. Because there is a chance that they're good. I suppose let's get our moves at least ordered. You normal dark or dark normal? You're dark normal. We're leaving it like that though. Aerial ace, quick attack. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of hope. It's actually not like a guaranteed insta-loss. I'm pretty sure Steenie always at least beats Carnivine, barring like some really low damage rolls. Do these guys even deserve nicknames? Oh, that's right, we haven't given Zigzagoon and Starly nicknames yet. We should definitely correct that once we get to Dewford. Okay, so turn 1, Rapid Spin. We now outspeed. We should KO with Razor Leaf. We didn't KO with Razor Leaf. You know what? Vifane lived. Oh, no, she's not. She's gonna die to poison. That's gonna be a rip run. Lamau. Welp. Yep. Sorry about that, chat. Okay. Spin that wheel around. I want to believe in you, Piplup. I want to believe in you so bad. I want to believe that we can do this. Okay, I'll go find your dumbass son. Register repellent. Use the endless candy this time. Look, at the very least, there is some joy in spinning the wheel. Like, who doesn't love hitting the wheels? That's a 1% encounter. That's really funny. I'm sad we don't get to actually try to get it, because that's really neat. I would have loved to see what Deerling is like. Technically, Deerling is a 1 to 5%. I don't know, because, like, one of them... I did use the rare candy this time. Okay, at least we're doing that fast enough. I should also actually probably look at what Soul's shit is. Timid again. Perfect special attack, perfect HP, good defenses. Okay, I think I like this Piplup more than the last one. It's sad that it makes Pluck worse, but like, that's fine. Alright, kids. Let's spin the wheel. Finian is kind of an L. Well, I see Finian took umbrage with that assessment. Welcome back, Rose. Basically, our Route 1 pond encounter is pretty much always a Rose. We have enough Pokeballs to successfully chance our next encounter, right? Yeah, we've got 19. Just remind me to buy Pokeballs once we get to, Old Ale. Okay. Baniri! Okay! Lopunny is very good, especially if you can get to the point where you get, Mega Evos. Ooh. Instead of nicknaming the regulars, it's literally... Yeah, you're right. Okay, no one gets nicknames until we can beat the grunt. I think that's fair. Okay. Pokemart. We have to earn it. Okay. 10 ball. 10 ball. We want to see Growlithe. Welcome back, Wally the Wonder Horse. Honestly, Ponyta's treated us well. I'm no longer upset about seeing Ponyta. How are we doing on HP? Yeah, we've got enough. Badoo. Okay, tragic. That is what Rose would like to be normally. But, you know. Okay. Not gonna be upset about Badoo, though. Oh, Jesus. Cause Badoo is pretty interesting. Once again, would not mind Fletchinger, would not mind Rookidee. Pidgey's a pretty big miss. This is how this game is meant to be played. Okay, but it kind of is, Curses. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but it is kind of actually how this game is meant to be played. Okay, Water Veil, Hardy, Neutral, good speed, good defense. Oh, attack decreasing nature is sad. Well, like a really good attack IV. Out of curiosity, does Baniri only get Cute Charm? Banir. Cute Charm or Limber? I would have preferred Limber. Flame Body, attack boosting nature, bad IVs. Okay IVs, natural cure is better than poison point. I'm not sure inspires confidence. The Neri might be Felice if we don't get Weed. I don't want to... Do we push all the way to Weed? Yeah, we can push all the way to Weed. It's not that hard. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We should at least push to Weed. Iron Gust. Foresight. Baby Doll Eyes. Ember. Sludge is nice. Tackle. Yeah, we can literally do this first fight with, like, just Piplup. Even if it's partly damaged. That's probably gonna go for Swagger. I say Ponyta can do most of these. Oops. I'm getting too consumed by the speed. We're going too fast, chat. But at the very least, we're getting kind of good at resetting for encounters. Oop, no, I just want to switch you with Ponyta. There we go. But yeah, once again, it's just we're kind of lacking some real, like, go-getter stuff. Like, if we could just get a Gossifleur, or, like, a good endgame investment like a Rookidee. Even, like, Intimidate Lillipup was really valuable. Getting Dudbird is sad. Okay. Fight starts with Go-Go. We have Ponyta. Also, like, Finian is, like, the worst encounter you can get out of Lily Cove, I think. Or not Lily Cove, Little Root. Do you have a grass move, Badoo? You do. You have Absorb. gonna use, like, how many orange berries do we get? Not a lot. I hate to have to run all the way back to, like, heal, but I need to run all the way back to heal. But yeah, no. This run continues if we get Weedle. Otherwise, it's probably just gonna be reset. Like, look, chat. I can't have another, like... I can't get up to Brawly again and just be like, yeah, actually, none of what we have is really all that good. I must feel faith. I must believe. Though, maybe that's honestly my own problem. Like, my lack of faith is a me issue. Stomp, 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 stomp. Gust. Good job, team. That fight happened. Okay. We definitely have Pokeballs. Come on, Wally. Okay. Do we get the worm? Do we get the worm? We do not get the worm. I'll still see if Ekans, like, has anything interesting, but I don't think... I think this is Rip Run once again. It's kind of a worm. You're not wrong, Partizay. You know what? You're being a bit of a pedant about it, but you're not wrong. Intimidate is nice. No speed, though. So, like, about the whole no faith is a flaw thing, here's the thing. Okay, yeah, Ekans always has Intimidate. I just don't want it to feel bad. That's fair. That's understandable. It's like, I'm curious, Baneri, what can you do? There's a reason first impressions are important. If you aren't going to put your pussy into achieving the interview, you aren't allowed to bitch about not getting hired. Is this in reference to us, like, resetting the mediocrity is refusing to match your energy? Exactly. We need maximum energy at all times. I will note, Baneri does evolve before Brawly. And gets Quick Attack. And Covet. Baby Doll has Quick Attack, Dizzy Punch, Bounce. Get some funny moves. Yeah, no, unfortunately, Cute Charm's just too inconsistent. I don't care if it worked for... Like, it basically just doesn't have an ability, right? Okay, this is going to be our last attempt, and then we're gonna call it for the night. I should probably pivot off of Piplup at some point. I want to believe in Piplup so bad. Okay. I have also completely forgotten what attempt we're technically on now. Boosted perfect special attack IV is interesting. Bad special defense is a bummer. Honestly, this thing isn't that fast to begin with, so a negative speed energy isn't a huge miss. Well, it is activated. Fishing rod, please. I feel like he's put on specifically that tile so you can just kind of easily run into him while you're at Mach speed. Okay. Last run of it. I would like shoes, please. Thank you, Mother. Sir Skit is okay. I wouldn't mind, like, rolling another bunny. I just want one that doesn't have Q-Charm. Oof, I know this town. Did I miss a wipe? You did miss a wipe, Indigo. We're currently kind of just fishing for a good 6-pack at this point. We're rolling into some pretty mediocre sets of starting encounters. Hey, Turtle. Bunnelby is back. Honestly, they always get Cheek Pouch. I do not mind this. Oop. But yeah, no, we wiped. It's not like that big a deal. But since we're like back here, we're trying to kind of fish for a good starting set of encounters that would be like really worth doing a run with. Because otherwise it's like, do we really want to invest a solid stream and a half of time into a run that we know isn't going to make it past Brawly? Oh boy, both of us showing up late at the same time. I wonder what that's all about. I assume it's D&D, but I could make other jokes. But I choose not to. Puppy dog! Okay. Intimidate Growlithe, though I think they all have Intimidate. Okay. D&D is only weekends. Got it. And today is what, Wednesday? Okay. If we can get Goss, this is like a real run. C-Dot? Well, I don't think this is a real run. Did we get a Micah? Theoretically, we got a puppy. I mean, the main reason I'm lurking tonight is that 1/3 of my TTRPG group wasn't feeling well. Well, I appreciate that you're lurking here because of that, Requiem. Hopefully this hasn't been too droll, seeing us just kind of re-roll our starts over and over again. Starly's okay. We're officially not nicknaming Pokemon until we get past Aqua Grunt. Okay. Bad. That's pretty good. Intimidate Jolly. Triple Intim Mons? Oh, that's true, actually. Okay, good speed's nice. And attack boosting nature with 30 attack. Okay. This is, I would say this is like a worth pursuing run. So I would like to ideally make it back to Weedle route. But this is a group that I would be willing to try to carry a run with. Bunnelby has some interesting strats. Leica has a very good point that Growlithe currently has Intimidate, and Staravia will have Intimidate. The only thing is we will probably eventually trade Growlithe because the Hisuian Growlithe is really good. And Masquerain will, yeah, exactly. Masquerain will have Intimidate. It's unfortunately not a great Brawly Masquerain, but it is, like, an option. And honestly, Staravia might be good for Brawly. We don't really know. Okay, let's beat up some 10-year-olds. Okay. Yeah, it turns out attack boosting nature with a 30 IV on a Starly is pretty nice. I really don't even need to be healing after these fights, if I'm being honest. At the very least, I don't need to for this guy. Ugh, bad Oran rolls again. the game can tell that I'm being, like, a cheese lord, and is thus punishing me. Nice. Oh no, that's awful. It's okay. Piplup can probably kill this guy, right? Yeah, Piplup's got it. And it's like, if I can just get Beedrill, that's all I need is fucking Beedrill, man. If I could just get the bee. We have to give everyone an orange berry just in case. God, remember when we were, like, really scared of Metronome Girl? And now we're like, yeah, I would just kind of fucking give all our guys berries, and then they'll probably kill her. Like, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. You just gotta, like, hit the attack button, and then you'll probably win. 90% of the time. Swap to Growlithe, because it's the thing that can take Fairy-type moves the best. You can't really be scared of something so entirely out of your control or ability to plan. Exactly, right? Flame Wheel. Nice! Good job, Growlithe. Like, it either works or it doesn't, whatever. Exactly. Although I would be sad to lose Growlithe Run. Like, Puppy is one of its best in slots, I think. Come on, gimme Worm. Come on, gimme Worm. I should still probably give Puppy Oranberry just in case. And we have Pokeballs, right? Yeah, we have Pokeballs. I did ask for Worm. Blipbug's interesting, though. I'm not necessarily upset about Blipbug. I don't know what it can do. But, like, what level do we evolve at, buddy? Because you're definitely... I don't think you're getting to your final Evo before Brawly, right? Oop. And that's 9 p.m. Swarm, mild nature. Special attack boosting is nice. With a 20 special attack IV. Blipbug. Evolves at level 10, and then Dottler evolves at level 30. It gets either Swarm... Oh, it's such a shame this thing got Swarm. If it got Compound Eyes, this thing would actually be really nice because Compound Eyes increases the chance that wild Pokemon are holding items. It makes it so you, if you encounter Horsey in one of the early game routes, there is a 1 in 4 chance that it's holding a Dragon Scale, and you can get Kingdra for Brawly, which is insane. Still though, you do at least evolve into Dottler at no downside. So let's just get you up to snuff. Also, you're a screen setter, which is interesting. Like, hell yeah, you're psychic bug type. Oh, but you're water dark, aren't you? You are water dark. But yeah, Struggle Bug lowers special attack, Confusion is alright damage, Screens is fun. We can deal with it. And worst case scenario, if we get more bad encounters, we can just reset tomorrow. Like, we're not that sold on this squad. So we'll probably be back with more Run and Bun tomorrow morning. That being said, I do need to get off. Is Dottler our Marps? Ooh, Dottler could also be Marps. You want Felice Masquerain? I'm guessing. Is there anyone streaming right now? Because viewership picked up towards the end. Felice Mask, yeah. Well, none of my people are currently live. So I might just call it. We're not like crazy big right now. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out. I know it's sad that we wiped. It's frustrating me because Gossifleur is the 20% encounter, and I really want to keep rolling until we get Gossifleur. But I know that we shouldn't. Girl Stream Team, I assume, is that who you want me to raid into, Turtle? Or, oh, they're both in the Val Circle if you're interested. Sure, yeah, I can do that. Girl Stream Team. Let me bop into there myself. Yeah, okay. That's like a reasonable amount of people for us to raid into. But yeah, so thank you all so much for hanging out. We'll be back at this again tomorrow in the morning time slot, I believe. Honestly, maybe a little sooner. Who knows? I don't know. I kind of have some time in the morning, so I got to drop Mint Mod off at the train. Maybe I'll use it for sleep. We'll see. But until then, friends, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I've been April. She's been May. You know how this goes. I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, folks. Sending out the raid. And ending the